Welcome to a new devlog series, man. So, this is going to be episode 1. And in today's episode, what we are going to cover is a game. What is this project that I'm working on? What does it entail? What is its visions? What is it trying to be? Is what we're going to try to attempt to cover today to give you guys the rough idea and gist of what I'm trying to make for my first ever game. And then we're gonna do in today's episode a quick overview of where I'm currently at in the project. So to do some things, made some things. I don't want to get into too much right now, but that'll be in the video. We're gonna try to keep the intro short, so get right to the point. Today, going to cover the game. What is this project? What are you about to watch? Okay, we're gonna cover the current progress in the game. We're gonna see where the game is currently at, what state it is in as of right now, and then maybe I may cover some future plans at the moment, maybe talk about a little bit of things that I'm trying to incorporate down the road as well. But for the most part, this video is just simply to cover what is this project and where the project is currently at. Without further ado, I'm just gonna run straight up into the intro and dive on into the editor.
I'ma do this shit until they murder me.
And here we are, man. Back at it, inside of the editor, the home, where everything goes down in Unreal. So, to get things started, I guess we can talk about what is this game and or project that I'm making. So the quick overview and rundown is it doesn't have a title. So as of right now, it's called the Fame Sandbox Project. And if you guessed, it is going to be a sandbox game. The goal is to have an open world. So until I get into world building, map building, and things like that, I already have a world composition in motion. It's just not being developed currently as I'm still focusing on core mechanics and getting everything. I don't have a character model, using base character models still, so there's a lot that still needs done. Okay, so all in all, it's just based around being an open world sandbox with freedom of choice to do what you want when you want, and there's going to be separate game modes outside of just the standard sandbox, as well as mini games that are inside the open world. Okay, I'm not going to dive into much detail about that. I'm not going to try to dive into too many huge details in this episode. This is just more of a demo, showcase the game itself and show where I'm currently at. So without further ado, I guess the backstory is the merge. Let's just talk about the merge for now. Let's play the editor. Actually, we'll just change that to 1 for now, and we'll play it in the editor. Okay, and we'll just sit here and talk about the merge. So ALS, ever since I got into Unreal, has been my foundation, if you will. It's been the main thing I've been working around and using just because I love its incorporation for movement. I can make my own blend spaces, I full locomotion, all that. I can do that, okay? But having ALS as a base and everything that's included in the way they use curves, and I don't know, I fell in love with the system, and it wasn't replicated out of the box for version 4. So in their Discord, there is multiple different variations of a replicated version. I have one of the more bare bones versions that aren't being currently updated, but for me, that's fine because everything in that replicated version is great, and everything else that's not working and or needs fixing, I'm going to replicate myself and update. And then we have AVS, the Advanced Vehicle System, which is simply a plugin to help you make vehicles with an advanced system. Okay, and so they have a demo project for AVS. I'm also in that Discord as well, but on the Unreal page for AVS, they have a demo project. I downloaded the demo project, and I have my replicated version of ALS and we merged them. So as you can see, I'm using the overlay, the HUD, you know, of the AVS. So I can use it. Everything's fully working for the most part. I had to get the animation switched over to ALS, so everything from the core of AVS is into ALS. So ALS is the foundation, and everything is built around that. You feel me? So we just grab and spawn in a lovely little vehicle really quick. We can grab a vehicle. I also, outside of AVS, have my own pickup system that I incorporated with some of my own weapons. So when you get to it, you have your lovely casual F to pick up, and you pick it up and you equip it. So this is the weapon equipped. The idle for the weapon, and then you can unequip it. You can have up to 2 weapons, and each weapon goes to its respective slot. So pistols, if unequipped, will go to your hip. Orb will go on your back. Rifle in the hands. Rifle unequipped is on the back. Okay. We also have our lovely bow over here, and everything is projectile based. So bow is projectile based. Orb also projectile based, and weapons also projectile based. And I can drop weapons, so we can drop them. If you want to give it away to somebody else, go right ahead. You know what I mean? Don't hoard all the weapons for yourself. Give them away. And as far as AVS goes, we can come down here. Try not to talk in the vehicle. I don't really know if the vehicle is gonna be louder than me, so we can just let it drift, okay? So if you notice the HP down into the bottom right here, okay? I did kind of have it anchored to the corner, but we moved it because when you're in a vehicle, it now fits perfectly with the AVS. And if we just get the vehicle out of the garage, back into the garage, we can now customize the vehicle. And as you can tell, our character is in the vehicle. So it's not using any spawning. I'm actually attached to the vehicle, and my character is just in an animation, and now I'm possessing the vehicle. Simple as that. So we can change the name of the license plate if you so please. You can change the color up and do what you want. Change the wheels. Of course, we're gonna love to set on a pair of APCs on every single vehicle, because why not, right? Right, and it has working headlights, brake lights, everything. So let me just turn this engine off really quick, and you can turn the engines on off. So it is great to have AVS, and the demo project is way more advanced than what AVS actually does, because the base of AVS is simply nothing but a plugin, but his demo project takes that plugin just one step forward, if you will. All right, so now we have our weapons, and we can have a weapon equipped any which way, get into a vehicle, drive off. We're just going to act like I went somewhere, and we still have both vehicles, weapons equipped, and we can fire, function, and do everything as intended. Drop them, leave them behind, do what you will. So this world we're in right now is the testing grounds. This is just a world, it's just literally a landscape that I made. Put the hex material on it, and boom. And now this is where I come to test everything to make sure everything works accordingly. Okay, so we come in here, the game is going to be multiplayer. So let's add in a lovely little client here, boys. So now we have our client, right? And as you can see, above server's head, it says PC. And if you're looking on the server screen over here, you can see above the client's head, it says PC. Okay, so that's actually part of AVS as well. So their whole HUD and layout is a pretty great starting point as well. So if I just make this a little bigger, snap it in here, we can change the name. Now the name is Fame. We have a capital A, because that's life for you. And then here we go. Name is now changed. All right, and you can deal damage, so all weapons do damage, and the damage is based off the projectile that they shoot, and I can change and alter the damage per projectile. So it's not really per weapon. The only way to change per weapon is, as of right now, I have a base of bullet, and all guns shoot a bullet, an orb shoots an orb, a bow shoots an arrow. Okay, I only have one variation of a bullet, one variation of an orb, and one variation of an arrow. They all have set damage, so pick this up. It will do, as you can see, updating 10 damage. Orbs at the moment will do 50 damage, okay? And same with the projectile damage for the bow. I have it set to do a whopping 50 damage. Now these are all just placement holders for the game, so everything is subject to change at the moment. If we just drop this lovely little stuff right here, switch over our lovely server character, we can see Fame over there, enjoying the life. And by default, it says press Q for menu. And if you press Q, it'll bounce away. And then you can access your menu, change your name, do what you need to do, and then you can just simply close it. Pick up the weapons that our lovely man Fame had dropped for us, and use them against him and show him who's the better player. Okay, so as of right now, this is the core of the game. This is everything that's currently incorporated, and if you have noticed through the entirety of the playthrough, there's a day-night cycle. So if you have been paying attention to it, you can see that it's actually rather quick, and that's simply for testing purposes and seeing how the test map and how everything looks with, well, day-night cycle. Okay, so if it was too slow and the sun would never come up, everything would be dark or be day. So I just have it set rather fast so I can test and see what night and day looks like in one quick hop step of a minute. And we have an active player count, so this is live right there, and it does work. We do have some errors, and that's just with the pickup system, how I'm getting the controller for it being replicated. That simple fix, simple solution, but as of right now, it doesn't break the game or cause any problems. It just reads that error because when the server picks up the pickup, it's saying it's not a local controller for whatever reason. So we'll move on past that, and it's a simple fix. We can come back to it. That's why we have not improved it. But if we switch up 4, why not? All right, so if we throw in 4 people here, say player count says nothing, give it a second to update. It now says 4. If you can't tell, we will come down here and it says player count 4. So everything is working, everything is replicated for everybody. This one's kind of loud, so if we just get something a little quieter from distance, like a bow, we can hit some people, kill some people, and do some crazy things. As you can see, ragdolls for certain things. This seems like a random thing, but everything does work as intended at the moment. We do have visions. I did say we may or may not crit in this video of future plans. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna hold off on those. But this is where we are. This is where we sit. There's still a lot that needs done. The auto shop is also from the AVS template, but this is the one I made. So I didn't physically make it. He just has an auto shop mesh that I placed in, and then there's collision boxes for that. So if I come all the way up and over here, I only put 1 collision in there, so I now fully know how it works. As you can tell, auto shop stall. I put the auto shop stall into the building, and then I can add more at my leisure if I decide to, but that was just me discovering how this works. So if I really wanted to, it's really based around the stall itself, and the building is just cosmetic. So you could, if you really wanted to, just take one of these lovely little things out here and just throw it all the way up over here. If we switch this back down to 1 for lovely testing purposes, and see the floating door, grab ourselves a rocket hatchback, and you can see you can customize the vehicle as intended. So it is really simply put just based around the stall itself, and then you go off and do your thing. So all the vehicles do work. I'm not going to showcase the vehicles because this isn't AVS video. It just has AVS in it, so AVS. And everything's doing what it should be doing. Currently, there are some bugs in the game. We're not gonna go into the bugs. There's not many at all. I think there's currently 3 that are found that need fixing, and there's only 1 that's a real problem. The others can be active. So without further ado, I think that's about it, man. If there's any questions that you might have, any ideas, anything you want to see, even if it is a tutorial, I am open to it possibly. So feel free, drop a comment, leave a like, say what you need to say, and come back and stay tuned with the project.